Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a really cool activity with a really awesome special guest, a good old friend of mine that I've had the pleasure of knowing for a long time now and have a lot of really nice, fun memories with. I'd like to welcome you for our activity for today, Mr. Dave.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today?
So,
What's up?
thank you so much for joining us. Dave is general manager of El Toro Loco, a really nice restaurant here in New Jersey serving authentic Mexican cuisine. If anybody is around the area, I highly recommend going to take a look. Um, Maybe after things clear, but although I think right now they do offer curbside delivery and some options that other options that are available. All
Yes,
right.
we do. Yes, sir.
So Dave's going to be working with us, teaching us a nice cooking activity that we can do from home all together. And we don't need any fancy tools or items. We don't need to do too much shopping. Something fun that's child friendly, parents and children can do together, and we can make some nice, tasty, delicious food. And Dave's sharing his special formula, his special recipe with us. Right, before we jump into our activity, Dave, I do have a question for you. So, how long have you been into chef life? How did that happen for you? How is chef life for you?
Well, I've worked in restaurants pretty much all my life, in and out. It's something I've always been drawn to, whether it was, bartending, serving, working in the kitchen, doing a little bit. But I've been the executive chef and the general manager here for about a year. But I've been working in and out of kitchens for, I'd say, at least 10 years now.
And so I understand that your one of your responsibilities is designing the entire menu and all the options of the menu. Um,
Yes.
do you feel like that's a nice way to experiment with your creativity, your passion for cooking?
Absolutely. So when I started here, obviously there was a menu in place when they opened. But being that I'm of a Hispanic background, I grew up with my Spanish grandmother cooking every Sunday. I also grew up with an Italian grandmother who cooked every Sunday. So I got around cuisine very young. I got around good food very young, and I saw a lot of the recipes that were here, and I thought that they could have been improved on. Right? They weren't bad. They just anything could be better. Sometimes there's too much ingredients. Sometimes there's not enough, and it really gave me an opportunity. And I'll pan at one point, but you can see it's really awesome to have a full size kitchen. I've got about 12 burners. I've got fryers, a flat top, a grill, and endless amounts of supplies. So it's really awesome to be able to just create. Like one day, you come in, we have I don't know, there's a place called Restaurant Depot in South Plainfield that's actually open to the public now during this whole coronavirus pandemic. But you can literally go there and it's like Home Depot for food. Anything that you could possibly want, from kitchenware to foods, dry goods, frozen produce, meats and cheeses, anything like that you can get. So, I'll be home watching a cooking show or just to see something on Facebook, and I'm like, I want to try that. And I just drive 3 minutes away. I go pick up the ingredients, and then I can cook it up here. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to express, my creativity.
Yeah, and that's really interesting that you say that because I'm doing some different videos, and in a lot of different videos, the things that people are doing, whether they're doing dance or song or music, photography, these different things that they're doing, and now cooking with you, a lot of people are saying similar things that they're able to connect to it and express themselves almost.
Right.
Just, how is that something that has benefited you? Finding something that you can express yourself, be passionate about, that you enjoy doing.
Well, it definitely has helped me over this past year, but especially right now, which is why I'm kind of excited to do this video, because for me, cooking is a great release um, of the mental blockage that we get going, that pent up frustration that we have being at home, bored. You can only watch so much Netflix. You can only eat so much Ben and Jerry's. You can only do so many things before you need to step outside yourself. And look, you know me. I also have done music in the past. I've also done construction in the past, so I'm always been with my hands. and with my brain and doing different things. But food is it hits a different area for most people because, think about it. Like for some of the people that are watching this video, this might be the first time that they try making this. And there's really no satisfaction greater than being able to take, ingredients that maybe you've never used before or you've only used in certain ways and creating something completely different that now becomes one of your favorite things, you know? Like I remember the first time that my grandmother taught me how to make Italian sauce, right? And she walked me through it, and I asked her every single question, every step of the way, down to how much salt I needed to put in it. And but when it was done, it was my own, and it tastes so much better than when you make it yourself. So it really is a great way, especially for people in this time when they're home and they have so much free time on their hands. It's a great way for them to try something new and experiment, extend their palate a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Express your creativity, have some fun, create something beautiful. And
Right.
the most important thing is it's family friendly. Families can cook together, have fun together, experiment. Yeah, and if you're older, a parent, and you have multiple age children, you can give different roles. So an older child, a younger child can all participate together, which is also really
Well, I definitely know that cooking is definitely a family thing. And I know, Dan, I know you've got a big family, just like I do. And I know that, like, family dinners, when everybody gets together, maybe there's only one or two people cooking, but, everybody centralizes around the kitchen, right?
Mhm.
Whether they're off the plate, getting their hands smacked by their grandma, or, just taking out of the refrigerator, or just waiting eagerly, with the dogs for the food to hit the table. And there's just something about food. And, for me, obviously, there's the satisfaction that comes, like, with, not only are mostly everything that is served here at El Toro is my own recipe, but there's some great satisfaction that when I look through this window here, and you can't see the other way, but when people are at the restaurant eating, and people want to ask to talk to the chef, or people leave reviews online and talk about like how great something was, and like it's awesome for you to cook something at home and enjoy it, but it's something completely different when not only people that come to your restaurant enjoy it, but they're also paying to eat it. So it's great.
That's an added bonus, of course. All right.
Right.
I washed my hands. I washed my vegetables. I have my ingredients ready. I have my apron on so my clothes don't get dirty.
Super, super dapper, I must say.
All right. What are we doing today, man? Take it away.
So today we are going to be making guacamole. Now, I learned this recipe years ago from a family friend of mine whose mom was from Mexico. So this is actually a recipe. This is not mine. I won't take credit for it. I learned this from her, and I've been using it ever since, whether it's at a family party or right here in my restaurant, which is one of the most popular items that we do have. So first things you guys are going to need, which I know you already have, but for the people that are watching this at home, we're going to make a smaller batch, but you can always update this. If anybody would like a broader recipe, you can always reach out to Danny, and I have no problem giving him a recipe for you to make it in a larger batch. But for today's recipe, you're going to need one avocado. We're going to take two plum. I prefer plum tomatoes. You can use any kind of tomatoes you want, but 2 tomatoes. And then we're going to use half of a red onion. Now, for people who like spicy, which I do, I know Danny does, but if you want to make it a little more kicked up, we have jalapeno. We're going to use about 1.5, but if you don't, you can remove that. And then one of the final ingredients that most people miss in their guacamole is fresh cilantro. This is literally Mexican basil. This is the greatest thing ever. It's one of my favorite herbs. I use this with mostly everything that's cooked in this restaurant, whether it's the marinade, the sauce. Cilantro is one of my favorite things. And you're also going to need either a fresh lime or lime juice, whatever you have on hand. Lime juice works perfectly. And some salt, kosher salt, whatever salt. Danny's got pink Himalayan salt, which is beautiful. I actually use that at home, but it's a little too fancy for me. And then we're going to get started. You're only going to need a couple things. Like Danny said, you don't need fancy tools to do this. You're going to need a bowl or 2 for mixing. You're going to need a kitchen knife. So this is going to be for the parents. And then we'll have some activity, obviously, for the kids. You're going to need a kitchen knife. And then I'm showing up with my big spoon here. But you could use a regular kitchen spoon, a tablespoon, whatever works for you. And a fork. You're going to need the fork. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to show you this is what you're going to use at home. But when you make hundreds and hundreds of pounds of guacamole a week, this is what you use. This is like if Thor was a chef at a Mexican restaurant, what he would use. You just mash tons and tons of avocados with these bad boys. But not everybody has that at home, so a fork will do just fine for what we're doing today.
And you know what I was going to say is that I think it's a good opportunity too that parents can kind of teach regarding safety. So Dave was saying that the knife is for parents, and I think parents can take the opportunity to explain why it's really important and model how to be careful watching your fingers, how to be careful using that knife safely.
Right. Absolutely. So obviously, like I learned how to use a knife under supervision at a very young age. And that's up to the parents to decide that. And it's not very hard as long as you practice proper technique, watch your fingers. That's all. All right. So the first thing we're going to get started with, and I told Danny about this, is most people don't know the difference between a ripe avocado and an avocado that's not ready. Now, before we started filming, I made sure that Danny's avocado was good, and he does have one that's not. So everybody look at the top of your avocado. You see this little thing on the top, this little stem, right? You see it? If it just flicks off the top and it looks green on the inside, how's it looking? Looking green, Danny? Then you're ready to go. Now, this one, if you got to really squeeze on it and it's not giving, save that avocado. Now, avocados will keep longer in the refrigerator, right? But if you want them to ripen, the best thing is to leave them outside in either a brown paper bag or just room temperature, and they will ripen. So we've got our one ripe avocado, right? So first thing we're going to do now to open an avocado. Now, a lot of people know how to open an avocado. What you're going to do is there's the top, here's the bottom, right? You're going to take your knife. You following me, Danny? You take it right in the middle of the avocado, and you're going to push it in until you hit the seed inside, the pit, right? You hit it? All right, now pick it up. It'll stay like that on your knife. Now you're going to take it, hold the knife, and you're literally going to turn the avocado on the blade until you reach the other side. Now all you do is twist in the opposite direction, and your avocado will open up. Pretty good, right? All right, now this I recommend the parents doing because this can be dangerous. So what you do is with the pit, the best way to get the pit out is you take your knife and you give it a quick smack into the center and turn, and your pit will come right out of the avocado. And then what you're going to do is just smack it on the countertop or in the garbage pail, and you'll get your pit out. Now, another fun fact about this, say it's a Friday, you've got a family barbecue you're going to on a Sunday, but you don't have time to prep. You want to prep your guacamole. If you save these pits, after you're done making your guacamole, if you put like 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how much you're making, inside, it will actually help preserve the avocado and keep it green. Because usually it gets brown within like a day, but if you keep the pit inside, it'll actually stay fresher for longer, right? So now, there's 2 different ways that you can go about taking this out. I like to do, to make it more simplified, you take this now, parents, and again, if you want to work with your kids on this, you're going to literally make a checkerboard-like pattern inside the avocado. So you're going to do vertical lines, turn it over, make another set, and then when you're done, you should have what looks like little tiny cubes inside. See what I'm doing over here, Danny? You're doing pretty good over there, buddy. How we doing? Let me see. Compare. Oh, that looks good. All right. So now you take your spoon, big spoon, little spoon, whatever kind of spoon you got, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to place the spoon inside up here at the top, and you're going to push down and follow the edge. And it all will come right out, and you'll be left with just a shell. How'd that work for you? Pretty good, right? And you're going to do the same thing for the other side now. Going to go in there, pop it out, nice and easy, boom. And now we've got a bowl of freshly nice cubed pieces of avocado. You with me, Danny? All right, I'm sorry. I was going a little fast. It's not fair, Danny. I make so much of this a day, so this is kind of like what I'm built But now you've got that in there, right? You're good. Your avocado is nice and
I'm
peeled.
with you. I'm with you.
All right. Now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our tomato, right? You're just going to get rid of this little piece. You know what? I'm going to bring it down here so we can get a better angle of me cutting, right? Is that good? You can see me? All right. We're nice and good. So you just want to take this, pop the top off, right? So you want just a little thin slit. Get rid of that. Then you're going to take maybe about 1/4 inch slices down this tomato. Or however, some people like thick and chunky tomato. I like mine a little bit thinner. And then you want to just kind of make little stacks, right? When you're done. You should have a piece probably about that thick. All right, we all good over there? And then what you're going to do is the same checkerboard pattern that we did before. You're going to just kind of make lines, lines, lines. And if you're lucky enough, it'll stay. You want to just turn it, and you go the other way. This is a nice quick way of how to dice tomatoes, nice and easy. And then you'll be left with nice little pieces like that, okay? So while Janie's doing that, I'm just going to go ahead so this way I can keep on moving here for you. Okay, I got my diced tomatoes over there. How we doing over there, Danny? You're looking good in that apron, kid, I tell you.
Right behind you. Oh, thank you, man. Back at you.
You might be missing your calling. You should just walk around in that apron all the time.
I like it. You know, it's keep me clean, keep my clothes clean.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, I learned a long time ago, nothing's worse. People don't want to talk to a guy with a dirty jacket, right? So if someone asks to talk to the chef and you come out with a dirty jacket, you're not going to be very happy. You got to keep yourself clean. That's the most important thing. All right? So I'm going to take in a separate bowl because we didn't get to the avocado part yet, but when you're done chopping that in a separate bowl, put your tomatoes aside. You can save them for later. They're not going anywhere. So while Danny's getting a bowl, what you can do is I've already wedged a couple pieces of lime juice. Yeah, perfect. So what I was just saying is while you're waiting, in order to keep your tomatoes nice and plumping, right, you can just squeeze a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice if you have it. I prefer the lime juice to taste. But what that's going to do is the acidity and the citrus inside the lime will keep these tomatoes nice and fresh. So when you're ready to go, you're good to go.
Yeah. So parents, maybe you're taking charge of the knife, or maybe you're doing some hand over hand with the knife, right? But
right.
You know, getting the tomatoes into the bowl, squeezing, anything that we're going to be doing, mixing, holding, right? We can share all of those responsibilities. So,
right. That's just a little dash. You just want to put a little bit just to keep it nice and fresh. Just a little. Whoop. Pour some out right there. There you go. Beautiful. There we go. Now next, we're going to do our onion. Right? You got your onion, Danny?
It's not red.
It's okay. All right, so he's a little bit ahead of me. His is already cut. So, parents, I'm going to show you a really cool way to cut an onion. It'll save you the tears, and it'll save you time. Now, when you have a full onion, right, get some of this out of the way. You have your top of your onion, and you have the bottom of your onion that has, like, the little beard. The onion looks like me, right? I got an onion-shaped head. I look like a giant onion. So, here's what you're going to do. So, this bottom part where the hair is, this is what actually keeps the onion together. So you never want to cut this off because what happens is then the onion falls apart. So what you do is just real nice little incision, nothing crazy. You're going to take the top off. So now you're left with this. Doing good over there? All right, now very lightly, just this helps you peel. Watch, I'm going to show you. You take the knife and just very lightly go to the top. And what that does is that creates a little incision in the skin. And then nice and beautiful. Look at that. No more fighting with the onion skin, peeling it off. She's ready to go. Beautiful, right? Look at that. You're a pro. I'm going to give you a job.
That's very. I did not. I'm learning a lot of strategies with the guacamole, the avocado. I mean, having the pits in there with the.
Right. You know, a lot of these things now. Obviously, I'm slowing them down for people who have never done it before, or just so they can learn it. But when you're creating the amount of quantity that we have to here, this also saves you so much time. Now, obviously, I don't expect most people to have a dicer at home. Like one of the things you put your vegetables in and you just kind of smack them down and it dices it. If you have that, you would have already been eating your guac by now. But we're going to learn how to do it by hand today. So now I'm going to show you another really cool technique with your onions. All right? Follow me, Danny.
I'm with.
Again, do that same check. Hold that beard side down, right? That's how we're going to remember. This is the bearded side, right? Now, parents, this is probably something you want to do. But now, kids, if you ever are using a knife, this is the wrong way to hold. Fingers out, right? You want to kind of dig your fingernails down, because this way, if my knife does, it hits the knuckle. I'm never going to cut myself this way, right? If your fingertips are out, they're not even. This way, they're even. So what you're going to do is go, and you're going to make little lines. You're not going to go all the way down. You're just going to go down just enough, right? Because I'm only using half an onion. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. You're going to make little, again, about 1/4 inch lines. And then when you get to the halfway point, you're going to turn it, right? So this way now you're cutting away from your fingers, right? You want to be safe. Safety first. Isn't that what Sesame Street taught me? So now your first side is done. You'll have these little incisions. And now all you're going to do is rotate it and do those lines in the opposite direction. Again, we're making a checkerboard pattern, right? We're playing tic-tac-toe on an onion. We're making a little checkerboard. Again, get halfway, turn the onion away from you, right? Always remember, the knife can be your friend, but the knife is also very sharp. I've cut myself many times not paying attention the right way, so it is very important that you pay attention. All right, so now we've got this pattern, right? See, looks like a little checkerboard. Now what you're going to do is literally just very lightly go straight down. And look at that. And you're getting yourself a beautiful diced onion, tear-free. Look at that. What did that take? No time. You've got beautiful diced onions right here, ready to go. You can add those to your tomato. How we doing over there, Danny?
That's very cool. I really like that, actually. It came out awesome.
And do you have a single tear in your eye right now?
No, I'm not tearing at all.
Yes, please.
Not from
Sorry, we're still an active kitchen, so I am taking a couple orders. Yes, I need to. Should be in the wall. But yeah, because most people will sit there and everybody thinks they have a brain. They hack at this onion, and the more and more you chop, the more and more the juice comes out of the onion, making those tears come out of your eyes. So, also fun fact: if you don't feel comfortable doing, I learned this on that show called Hack My Life, and it actually does work. If you chew like a minty flavored gum while you're cutting onions, it'll actually prevent you from tearing. Fun fact.
And don't put your fingers in your eyes.
No, never. A finger in the eye with some onion juice, you are going to have a bad time. That I can promise you.
I'm learning some really cool things, actually. I really am enjoying this.
Well, I would hope so.
I did rush into cutting my onion ahead of time, but it still worked out, actually. All right. Dave, let me know if you need me to. We can always take a break if you need.
No, we're good. Actually, yeah, we're not live. I just want to grab my charger. Can we edit that real quick?
I'll pause it for you.
So, Danny, you got your tomatoes cut, right?
Yes.
You got your onions cut.
Check.
You got your avocados in a bowl.
Check, check.
All right, so we only got two more things to prep, and then we're going to add a couple ingredients, and we're going to mix it together. So now, Danny's not going to, he's got to sit this one out because he doesn't have a jalapeno, but I'm going to show you guys real quick. So now, first thing you want to do is you're going to cut off this little end, right? Now, most people don't know this, but a jalapeno isn't actually hot. It's the seeds inside, right? See these? These seeds in here. This is where the jalapeno actually gets all of the heat from. So if you actually want to have a taste, and jalapeno has a great crunch and it has a really good flavor, but you'd like to get not so much heat, all you can do is just take your thumb and kind of push up, and you can pull all the seeds out, you can rinse it out, and you'll be left with that, right? So now, bring it down here.
Dave, will a different pepper work? I have crushed red pepper and I have cayenne pepper.
Yeah, that could work. Am I upside down?
You are.
All right, we're good now. So, what you want to do, we're going to take, you never want to cut this side up because look what happens. See how it rolls around? You always want to flip it, cut sides down, right? And then for the jalapeno, you keep your fingers, watch your fingers, and you're going to do about 3, maybe 4, depending on the size, strips, right? So you'll be left like this, right? And now because Danny's not working along, I can kind of, so you want to even it up. Again, remember, fingers back. Readjust. There's no speed race to this. You don't have to be the fastest jalapeno cutter in the world, right? And now we've got our jalapenos. If you want them a little more thin or chunky, depending on how much, you can give it a quick dice, right? We're going to take that, and that is going to go into our mixture, right? So now we've got everything in our mixture. Last thing that Danny has as well that we're going to do is our fresh cilantro.
In the onions and tomato?
Yeah, right in there. Just a little dash, maybe about a tablespoon if you're using a dried jalapeno. But hey, listen, I don't really measure things. I just go by my eye. That's the old Italian way. It's like, you know what? I don't really know how much is supposed to be in here. I'm just gonna take a handful. Anybody that is raised by Italians knows that we don't measure anything. All right, so now we've got our fresh cilantro, right? The crown jewel of Mexican cuisine. This is beautiful stuff right here. Now, most people get rid of these stems, right? Most people think that the leaves are what you want to keep. Now, that's actually a misconception, Danny. All of the flavor of cilantro is actually from the stem. From the stem. Think about how a tree grows, right, kids? So a tree grows from a root into a tree, and then the branches come off, right? So where do you think most of the nutrients of a plant are? They're in the base. The flavor is all in the base. So when you use your cilantro, do not get rid of these. All I would suggest is lining them up with a knife real quick and just get rid of the ends. The ends are sometimes dead. They have a little dirt on them. Whatever the case is, chop them off, keep going. Right? Now, what I like to do, parents can do this, is take your cilantro, Danny, and bend it like this. You can do it multiple times until you basically want a nice tight little piece right here. Right? You want a nice tight piece. And then you're going to just rock. And you How you doing over there? Okay. Okay.
You froze for a second. Can you repeat that? What do you do?
So you make it into a nice tight bunch.
Yeah.
You're gonna tuck it up nice, and you want to just get very little cuts, right? You want to always also when you're dicing something, you always keep the tip of this knife down, right? And it's a rocking motion. Most knives have this built-in part where they roll, and it's just a rock. You don't want to. That's a good way to lose your finger. So we want to be safe, right?
Fingers are always tucked.
Fingers are always tucked, but the knife point, when you are cutting something or dicing any kind of vegetable or something like that, you always want to keep that tip of that knife down on the ground. Because what you can do is you can literally move and cut all different ways while keeping the knife point down for safety, right? So once you get that nice and chopped, you're going to take that, and that's going to go into your mixture here, right?
Oh, man, this is awesome. It's actually really just enjoyable just to the cutting part. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow, we're doing it, man.
You hanging in there? You doing all right?
I'm having a blast. This is awesome.
All right. So now we've got our onion cut, our jalapeno cut, our cilantro cut. The avocado is diced. Now this is the part where parents, you can leave the room. You don't even need to supervise because all we need is a fork and those avocado cubes that we made before, right? Now what you're going to do is hold it. You want to kind of put your thumb right here. So you've got a little bit of leverage. See how my hand is? Right here, like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to press on the avocado, pushing down, and you're going to mash it. Mash it. Now, you can do it as smooth or as chunky as you want it to be. I prefer a little bit of chunk in my guacamole. So again, you're just kind of, and you're basically pushing down and pulling, right? You just kind of want to smear it around. If the avocado is ripe, you won't have to fight it. It'll just happen, right? So that's pretty much what you want. You want to have a little bit of, just a little bit of a mashed avocado, right? How we doing over there, Chef Boyardee?
All right, I left a little chunk to it also, giving it a try.
All right, so now what you're going to want to do is mix up all those ingredients that you have in that other bowl, your cilantro, right? So mix all that up, making sure it's nice and everything is cohesive.
So great activity for our kids. Get one hand holding the bowl, one hand mashing. Here, one hand holding the bowl, mixing.
As you catch me with gloves doing it like this, but yeah, whatever.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't realize that. Well, I'm wearing gloves.
You can do whatever. You can use the fork. You can use a glove or wash it. It's your guac. You can do whatever you want with it.
Put your hands in it.
Do it. Hands on. It's like edible Play-Doh. So now that you got this stuff nice and mixed, now obviously I probably diced up a little too much, but it's a ratio, right? So now some people, like if you're a fan of Chipotle's guacamole, which I don't know why people are, because it's literally just cilantro and avocado, you're gonna not use too much of this. But basically what you're gonna want to do is add. Now, again, being that I'm Italian and we don't measure, my grandmother taught me a lesson a long time ago that you can always add more. You can't take it out. So you want to add a little bit. So add a little bit of your mixture. You're gonna add a little bit of your mixture in here. And again, you can add more. Now what you're gonna do is take your fork or your spoon or spatula, whatever, and you're gonna start to mix it. Right? Now, depending if you're watching your sodium, you don't need to add salt. But let's be honest, everything does taste better with a little bit of salt. So So I've got my kosher salt. I don't know how much I'm using. I'm just going to pinch it. Again, salt to taste. There's no actual right or wrong measure. Some people like it more salty than others. You're going to add a little bit of salt, and then the final ingredient that we have, like I told you, is your fresh lime. You can use the lime juice if you have it, or you can do fresh lime. I think that the best comes from the fresh lime. You're going to squeeze it right in there. Don't be shy. Really is going to bring out the flavor. Now that you got your salt and your lime mixed in with your guac, you're going to keep mixing it. Keep on mixing. Now, I'm fortunate. I get to fry my own chips fresh, but I do love at home the Tostitos hint of lime chips. Those are probably my favorite, and I think they go great with guac because they already have a little bit of that zest to them. But if you don't have them, regular scoops or chips, or again, you can use it in sandwiches. You can use this on like a turkey sandwich. You can use it in a wrap. You can eat it with the fork. It's your guac. Do whatever you want with it. I'm not judging. All right, I'm judging you, Jay. So now, when you're all said and done, you have a beautiful bowl that I'm going to eat for lunch when we're done here. That looks really good, Danny. That looks really good. And that's through very bad Wi-Fi on my end. That's some beautiful looking guac.
It looks beautiful here also in person.
There's only one more test left, Danny. Now, do you have any chips in your house, Danny?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You got a fork, right? I got a chip. So I'm virtually. Oh, he's got chips. It's a quarantine. You better have some chips in your cabinet.
I have whole grain crisps.
Yo, that works. Whole grain crisps. All right, so now we're gonna cheers, Danny. You gotta bring it up. Cheers me. Salud, or as Danny likes to say, Nostrovia.
Cheers.
There we go. You know, the beautiful thing about guac, you can eat it so many times, and it's always amazing every time you eat it. How'd it come out?
Wow, this is really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, I've never had it with cilantro. I mean, I've never made it really. I did make it once actually. It was tomato and onion, but I never thought cilantro. It totally changes the whole flavor.
Really, it's really going to kick up that flavor. It's really going to give it that little bit of extra. And then again, the lime juice is a very key ingredient. Without juice, it's still good, but the lime juice really takes it to the next level. So there you have it, from farmers market to table, guacamole that will impress your friends and have Chipotle knocking on your door for the recipe.
Oh man, that was awesome. All right, well, everyone at home, hope your guacamole recipe came out just as delicious as mine ended up coming out. Hope you play along. Oh, it's spicy. Ooh, it's kicking in. I mixed the cayenne and the red pepper. Woo. It's pretty good.
You're a trailblazer.
All right, hope everyone enjoyed. Remember, please cook responsibly and safely. But a good way to talk about safety, and it's a family activity. Have some fun, create, and the best part about it is eating what you create. Okay?
Stay safe, guys. Thank you for having me so much, Danny. I appreciate it.
Yeah, round of applause for Dave. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right.